Speedway Post Media here on the grid with Dan Arrow. Dan, first time at Daytona here, obviously big race, a lot of nerves. How excited are you to be here at Daytona and race for your first full season of Pilot Challenge competition?
I'm very happy. I was here last year as a spectator with Windward, and it was very cool to experience it as a fan, and now I'm lucky enough to be wearing a suit and be going around in circles.
You were here last month for testing. You missed Aurora due to commitments in Dubai, but it paid a lot off. How excited, and what's kind of the expectation heading into your first 4-hour race here in IMSA?
So I've learned from last year, and the priority is to finish. That's where you get heavily rewarded for points, and that's our goal. Finish and enjoy the battles, move forwards. We don't have the straight line speed, so we've got to make it up on a bit of driving and a bit of strategy from the crew in the pits.
You're coming into your first full season. How exciting is it? New tracks for you to learn. How exciting is that?
It's a good challenge. Last year I had a lot of new tracks on the calendar with the first few races in the U.S. as well as Asia, and I love the first few laps because you're left to discover something which you've never been at. It's a very cool feeling.
Be sure to look out for number 57, Windward Mercedes A. Thank you, Dan. Good luck to you today. Good to meet you. Post meeting here on the grid with Luca Mars. Luca, new team this year with Turner BMW. What's kind of expectation after coming off a fantastic championship season last year, RS1?
Goal is obviously to go for another championship. It's a long season, so just I got used to the car pretty fast. Team's a great team. Dylan's been going to do a great job. So just go out there, get the best results we can, and try and go for another championship.
Last year, we were extremely fast here at Daytona. How has it been getting up to speed, like I said, very quickly, but what's kind of differences between the BMW and the Porsche?
Yeah, kind of good in each other's spots. The BMW's a little better for the infield, but the Porsche's better on the oval part. So obviously, like to be a little faster on the oval here, but our race pace is good. This car has nice air conditioning, so I'm sure I'll stay nice and cool in this one, so it'll even out over the race.
Do you feel like today, just off of the road, that this is going to be kind of a race of attrition, or do you think it's going to be kind of hang back and strategy is the name of the game for today?
Yeah, I think strategy is going to play a huge part, keeping your tires nice and fresh and saving the fuel, and just staying out of any carnage at the beginning so you have a clean car at the end.
Be sure to look out for Luca Mars and Turner Motorsports BMW today at Daytona. Thank you, Luca.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Speedway Post Media here on front of the grid with Nate Cicero. Nate, a continual theme of last year. So many pole positions. What does it mean to start on pole here at Daytona today?
It's awesome to start on pole here at Daytona. Such an iconic track, and yeah, we got a big race ahead of us, but we'll just try and keep it up front.
So much speed was shown over the roaring this week. Do you think that speed is going to translate in today's race?
I hope so. I think we've got a great car underneath us, but we'll have some fast cars coming from behind, so try and manage our own race and go from there.
This race can either be a race of attrition or strategy. What do you think is going to be the name of the game today? Just kind of staying up front and out of trouble and quick pit stops?
Yeah, quick pit stops 100%, but I think it'll be a bit of both. We'll probably see some yellows with this car count, which is awesome for the series, but we'd love to stay clean and have it purely off strategy and pace, but we'll keep it play by ear and see how we go.
Be sure to watch out for number 13, McCumbee McLaren Racing with Nate Cicero and Robert Nowicker aboard. Thank you, Nate. Good luck out there today. Speedway Post Media here on the grid with rookie and TCR Rocco Pasquarello. Rocco, starting second from today's race. This is your first TCR race here at Daytona. What are the expectations heading in today's race?
Yeah, I think we're in a pretty good spot. Obviously, finishing P2 is not too bad for qualifying, but we worked on some long run pace. And yeah, big thing here is going to be tire conservation and getting a good car to Tim to finish us out in a good spot. So yeah, everyone on the team has done a great job all week and should be pretty good.
Tim Lewis is a very fast co-driver, and so are you. A lot of pace showed last week at the Roar. Do you think that can translate over to today's race?
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit of a different weather. It's pretty hot today. So I think that's kind of going to be a big factor, especially with some drafting on the banking. Cars might get a little bit hot. But, it comes down to racing, and Tim's a really good driver, and he's taught me a lot already. So it'll be cool to, kind of hand over the car to him and see what he can do with it.
You come from the world of MX-5 where the draft is so key. How does that translate in today with the draft being another key feature of today's race?
Yeah, MX-5 Cup definitely the draft is pretty strong, and it's really important in that series where in this, driving and racecraft's a little bit higher on the priority list. So, that's definitely going to be a little bit new to me is just straight driving, right? And, it'll get a little bit racy out there at times, but it should be pretty good.
Be sure to look out for the number 5 for Rocco Pasquarello and the KMC Honda Motorsports Group. Thank you, Rocco.
No problem. Have fun.
Speedway Post Media here on the grid for the Pilot Challenge race today with Jackson Bell. Jackson, you're coming into your first full season of Pilot Challenge after doing a handful of starts last season. What is the expectation for this season after a fantastic showing in the last year at Petit Le Mans?
Yeah, I think to certainly fight for the championship at the end of the year back at Petit Le Mans where we were really strong in 2025. So all starts today with a good points haul and
really damaged limitation in the first race of the year, starting 34th after a fuel flow issue in qualifying. So I look forward to it. Got a great teammate, got a great third teammate with Jack Hawksworth for this race, so I think we should be good.
Long race. This is 4 hours. What's it going to take to make your way up through the front? Because in years past, this can either be a race of attrition or just a way of, kind of hanging back, and it turns into a fuel strategy.
Yeah, just keeping the nose clean pit stops, no penalties, and just be there for the fight at the end.
You got a pretty famous dad, Townsend. How much has he be able to teach you heading into today's race?
Yeah, he's been great. He's ran this race, or actually the Rolex 24, about 10 times. So just his expertise and his book of knowledge has been really helpful.
Be sure to look out for Jacksonville and the Copeland Motorsports Toyota Supra today. Thank you, Jackson.
Thanks,
Good to meet you. All right, we're here on the grid. Speedway Post meeting with Ethan Sterling. Ethan, we're here on the grid. This is the big one of the year. How exciting is it to be here at Daytona for your first IMSA race?
It's a blessing. I'm so excited. First time here. It's a great track. I love the track. The fans here are amazing. Every driver I've met has been great. More fans than I expected to see. It's honestly amazing. I've never been in an experience like this. So right now I'm just trying to get my head in the game, see what we can do for the race.
4 hours are ahead of us. Hunter put in a fast lap and qualified the car in a solid P10. You're going to jump in second. Sam's on finish. How do you feel the race is going to play? Do you think it's going to be kind of a race of attrition, or do you think strategy's going to be naming the game today?
Oh, 100% strategy. I think pace, saving tires and saving fuel is going to be the biggest thing. But I also think that having a good strategy, depending on the yellow flags and the red flags, and see what happens. I think depending on what happens during the race is what we do for the race. But I'm excited to be driving here, and I'm excited to be competing against all these other cars. And honestly, it's an amazing time for me. I'm excited.
A lot of speed was carried over from the Roar, so a lot of promises ahead of these guys. Ethan, I want to wish you good luck and hope to see you in victory lane today. Thanks, man. All right, Speedway Post Media back with Sam Corey. Sam, we're on the grid for the big one today. How exciting is it 4 hours ahead of you here at Daytona?
Yeah, it's going to be a long race today. Looking forward to it. So Hunter Yaney's going to start it off for us, and then Ethan's going to jump in the car as well. So looking forward to getting off with a clean start, and we'll just keep plugging away at it and go to work.
Hunter set in a really good lap time starting P10 today. How do you feel the race is going to be? Do you think it could be a race of attrition, or do you think strategy's going to be naming the game today?
I think it's going to be a little bit of both. We're going to have attrition out there. We're going to have strategy come into play with fuel and tire saving. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good day. We got the sun out. It's a little bit warmer today than the Roar and all things like that. So, but yeah, looking forward to getting out there in this thing. And I know we've got a really good setup in the car, and the guys have worked really hard all week long. So we'll see what we can do out there.
A lot of speed carried over from the Roar. Do you think that can transpire today?
Yeah, I think so. The guys have worked so hard this week, taking the car apart, putting it back together, finding all the little details in it. So just big thanks to them and the hard work that the Medusa boys have put in. I mean, you can't say thanks enough to them.
Be sure to look out for number 4 Medusa Motorsports with Sam Corey at the wheel. Thank you, Sam. Good to see you. Yes, sir.